Rich Risings, loves, beautiful new day. High vibrations, loves, beautiful new day. We are currently live on Moving Abroad 222. If you are thinking about moving abroad with your children, as a single mother, as a single father, or just a family in general, tune in now. High vibrations, loves, rich risings, millionaire risings, beautiful new day. Tune in now. High vibrations, loves, beautiful new day. When you come in the chat, please tell us where you are located. Please tell us. We want to know, where are you located in the world? Rich risings, cash, beautiful new day, love. Hey, loves, beautiful new day. When you come in, please tell me. I'm spitting and shit. When you come in, please tell me where you are located in the world. Atlanta, Georgia, Virginia. Okay, period. Welcome in, loves. Florida, Louisiana, Houston, Texas, New York in the building. Rich risings. Goddess. How y'all feeling today? How is everybody's energy? How we feeling mentally? Virginia, New Jersey, Mexico City in the building. Hey Nina, Rich Risings, Pittsburgh, but looking to get out of this mess of a country. I get it. Beautiful new day. Please do not request, loves. Please do not request. Okay? When y'all come in, please do not request. I'm not adding nobody anyway. I don't know why people do that. That's kind of weird. Where are you located in the world? When you come in, please tell us where you are located in the world. Oh, you know what? What time is it where you guys are? Mentally horrible, terrible. Oh, I'm sorry. Why you say mentally horrible, terrible? What time is it where you are located? Wherever you are in the world, what time is it? Nigeria in the building. Welcome in, love. Hartsfield, South Carolina, North Carolina. Come on and raise up. Take your shirt off. Twist it around your head. Spinning like a helicopter. East St. Louis in the building. Welcome. 9:05. Okay, so we 5 minutes in. Okay. Oh, it's 8:05 for you. 9:05. Okay. Detroit in the building. That's my native city. That's where I'm from. Detroit, stand up. Welcome in, love. It's 6:05 where you are, Nina. Okay. 7 a.m. Wisconsin in the building. Orlando, Florida, 9 a.m. 2 p.m. in Nigeria. North Carolina, headed to Mexico next month. Wow, congratulations. I love that for you. So this live stream today is going to be about moving and living abroad with your children, okay? So what I want everyone to do, please tap the screen. Please share. Just the world is so heavy. It's taking a toll on people. Yes, it really is. It's definitely taking a toll on people. And you have to remember to protect your energy so that people do not project their frustrations and their issues on you. Because many people are overwhelmed. Don't let people project. Okay? Atlanta, Georgia, 9:06 in the morning here. Okay? Lifestyle is different. Yeah, it's definitely different. Phoenix, Arizona. Okay, Arizona in the building. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay, welcome in, Leo. So, our live stream today, again, I'll repeat, is about living abroad with children. So, I need y'all to share. Share this on your timeline. There are many people that is looking to live abroad right now. And they need to know where to find me. They need to know where to find this information. So I would really appreciate it if you guys could share the live. Share. Share it on your story. Share it to your timeline. Just share, okay? And the more you guys comment, the more Instagram pushes out this information. And the more they push out this live, okay? So keep commenting, keep engaging, keep sharing. So Single mothers, single fathers, families in general. This one is for you, okay? So y'all know, like I always do, I do a whole Bullington blueprint on the information that I'm giving y'all today. My information is very detailed. I have it written out a certain way. And it's certain parts and chapters throughout the whole thing. I'm going to go in depth and I'm going to explain each part to you. I myself been living in Thailand for like 6 months now. Okay, I have 3 children. I am a single mother. I don't like to call myself a single mother, but I'm just telling it to y'all so y'all will know. I don't consider myself a single mother. I'm just a single woman, okay? But society calls it a single mother, whatever. I live abroad in Chiang Mai, Thailand with my 3 children. I have 3 sons, ages 13 and a half, 10 and 8, okay? So living and traveling and moving abroad with my children was definitely a transition. And I definitely feel like it's doable, especially if you got a husband or, you know, you moving as a family, okay? When you do have a second person, I would say it will be a lot easier, right? I can't really say, though, because maybe it's not. Those aren't the shoes that I wear. But with me doing it on my own, I feel like even though things get tough sometimes, I feel as though I'm built for this shit. I can handle it. It's not taking me out. It's not killing me. I'm not stressed. I'm very grateful because in order to live abroad, especially with children, that is a fucking privilege. Okay? Do y'all hear me? In order to live abroad, especially with children, that's a privilege. That's a flex. Everybody can't do that. Everybody don't have the mental capacity to do that. So if you are a single mother that's been thinking about moving your child out the country, this one is for you. If you are a single father, this one is for you. Or if you are a couple with children, this one is for you. So we gonna jump right in. Ooh. That damn net. Oh my God, I gotta stop opening my window before this light. I always open my window because I'm burning my incense. And literally, the little net, whatever that come in, it comes straight to the light. It comes straight over to me. I hate that shit. Okay. Let me go into my notes. I hope everybody is doing mentally well today, by the way. I know somebody said that they wasn't doing that well. And I want to just send y'all good, positive energy. I want to send y'all healing energy, therapeutic energy. Just know that this too shall pass, okay? Whatever you're going through right now, if you want this live, I just want to tell you that God has not forgotten about you, okay? And we have to have certain experiences to build us up, to build our character. What you are experiencing right now is not meant to destroy you. Lessons are put in place to teach you discipline, to teach you resilience, to teach you true self-mastery and understanding of who you are. So keep that in mind and remember that shit, okay? Okay, so first things first. Before the passports comes the peace of mind. Before the plan comes the purpose. So I really, 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 really want y'all to understand how valuable and how amazing it is to make up your mind that you want to move your family abroad. It's definitely a spiritual alignment and a spiritual journey. And to be that person, it's like, okay, obviously you came to a realization that your family deserves better. Your children deserves better. And that's exactly what they deserve. So it's not about escaping. People always think that, oh, you're running, oh, you're escaping. No, it's not about escaping. It's about expanding. And when you live and you travel abroad, especially with children in a family, you are literally expanding the horizons of you and your family. Okay? So I want to talk about preparing your kids emotionally before you move. So it's important to have family talks. When you get that thought in your head immediately, you need to start connecting with your family. If you are a single, you need to start talking to your children, asking them, how do you feel about living out the country? If they're little kids, like 5'3", start with showing them videos. Okay? Because they haven't seen out the country unless you're one of those people who've been traveling with your baby since they were infants, then they would know. But if they have not been traveling and if they don't know nothing about traveling, start showing them videos, particularly of families, people who are similar to you guys. Show them a YouTube video of a single mom. If you're a single mom, get your ass on YouTube. Pull up a YouTube video of a single mom traveling with her children and show the babies that. Kids love to connect with the energy of other children. So while they're watching this video, and if they hear the other kids laughing and cackling, they're going to tune in to that energy. They're going to start paying attention to those children. So if you are deciding to move and your children are aware enough to know that they'll be going to a new place, you need to start planting those seeds and having those conversations with them. Ask them, how do they feel about it? Ask them, what do they think? What do they want to do there? What type of food do they want to eat? What type of activities do they want to experience? You have to build the momentum. Because children are sponges. So ultimately, they're taking in everything that you're sharing and teaching them anyway. But you want to sow the seed and have that family talk. If you are a family and you have a husband, you and your husband have your own separate talk. Or if you are part of the okay, I'm not saying that because I always mess it up. If you are part of the same-sex community, okay, then you and your wife or you and your husband, however, have those talks together and then come together with the children and have those talks with the children as a family. Personal experience for myself. What I used to do is at dinner time, that's our bonding time. We're eating, we're chatting about our day. I would turn on videos about the countries that I chose, okay? So I chose Costa Rica, Thailand, and Bali, Indonesia. So I would sit at the dinner table and pull up videos, especially Bali. I got a story. So we were watching a video about Bali, and my kids were like, well, Mommy, where's the streets? How are we going to walk? And I'm like, it's set up different. There are some streets and areas, and then it's just rural here. It's walking here. I started breaking down the video, pausing, starting, and showing them that it is a sidewalk in some areas, and that the whole country was not like that, and that different parts you'll see different things. That was my time right there to start planting those seeds and letting my kids know, hey, we're moving out the country. We're leaving. These are the countries that I'm considering. Let's check out the videos and see how these countries look. You have to give them a glimpse of what they're getting ready to step into. I know a lot of y'all think that kids are kids. Oh, it don't matter. They gonna do what you say. They're little humans. They're little people. You have to respect them as such. They still have minds. They still have hearts. They still have feelings and emotions. And in order to not create a trauma in your child by uprooting them from their natural habitat and environment, you need to plant these seeds and let them know, hey, we're leaving. Okay? So that's first things first. Having those talks with your family and your children. Also, asking them how they feel about moving, encouraging honesty, and reassure them that feeling scared or sad doesn't mean they're ungrateful. That's a key point. Letting your kids know that there is a safe space to be honest in how they feel. Even teenagers, y'all, because a lot of kids will just go with what you want to go with because they want to. And y'all see what's going on with these kids nowadays. They're highly affected and sensitive to their environments. So please let them know that they have a safe space. They can be honest. They're not going to upset you if this isn't what they don't want to do. And you need to let them know that. Make them feel safe. That they can discuss this with you without you telling them, well, you don't have a choice. They do have a choice and they should. If you are a parent and you love your children, if you love parenting, and if you care about the well-being of your children's mental health, do not just push them away when they have things to say. Do not just shut them out. Allow them to have space to express how they feel, okay? Next is give your kids a voice in the process. Let them pick. So this means that when you're moving or when you're transitioning, allow them to be a part of the move. Okay? That means when you're packing up, getting rid of things, when you're booking flights, when you're booking Airbnbs, anything that you're deciding, you need to let your kids be a part of the choosing. Ask them how they feel. I'm telling y'all, if you really want to have a good relationship with your kids, that's how you do it. You got to make them feel a part of the shit. You can't make them feel like you bossing over them. And it's not like we're letting kids step into an adult role or nothing like that. It's just that when you give your kids a voice, if anything ever happens to them, they feel safe coming to tell you, mommy, this person did this, mommy, this person did that, because you created a safe space for them. So this trickles down to all aspects of life. It just creates a door, an open door, where your children can feel confident and telling you what it is that they feel, okay? So let them be a part of picking, especially when you move into your new house. Choosing colors for luggage, choosing decorations if you want to add things to the new house, helping you research local activities, involving them creates ownership and excitement. So create what I call, and I put in my notes, it's called a transition toolkit. I was thinking about maybe creating one myself for you guys and just adding it to the website and you guys can purchase it. Maybe you might not want to create it yourself. Maybe you do. But I was thinking about maybe adding it for you to make it easy if you are interested in it. A transition toolkit. This is going to only be for parents and, families that's transitioning. So each child should have a journal, okay? Especially if they're older. Now, if they younger kids, they don't necessarily have to have a journal, but something that they can hold on to, like maybe a small portfolio of something that has like pictures and memories of home. So maybe they might have a tablet or something that holds memories. That's why I said a journal. But if they aren't old enough for that, I meant to say, make sure that they have some type of iPad or something that has pictures and memories of home, right? And something that can comfort them. Include a bravery list. 5 things they did that showed courage. Keep familiar routines. Children thrive when they can predict what's next. This will keep your kids from having tantrums and crashing the fuck out. Because I know a lot of people try to make it seem like this journey is so simple, but a lot of adults be crashing out too. They just don't come to social media and tell y'all because they want to look like their moving abroad journey is so fucking perfect. But that's not true. You're going to have days where you just be straight out fucking depressed because you miss the familiarity of going to the store and being able to shop without being confused. Okay, so keep familiar routines. Keep bedtime rituals, weekly movie nights, and family meals. These small anchors help your kids feel safe. Okay, it helps them feel safe when everything is new. It helps them feel like they have some sense of security and some sense of memory of what was once normal. Because when you uproot them from where they're used to being, that shit not gonna be normal for most kids. They're gonna struggle with that. And it's going to be moments where you'll see their behavior change and you will wonder why their behavior changed. But it's because they're in a whole new country and they not around kids that look like them every day or that speaks their language. So they're going to have moments where they act out. And instead of you probably disciplining them or getting upset, you have to be in a space of understanding with your own self so that you can know that your kids, they're going to have moments where it's hard for them to adjust as well. Excuse me. So when your kids feel emotionally safe, they adapt faster and stronger. Stability doesn't come from location. It comes from love. That's period, point blank. Okay. Now, I want to move into the practical part, which is passports, visas, and all the documents that makes this journey actually possible. Okay. So passports, visas, and documents. Paperwork is what makes the dream legal. So now we're going to go into what you actually need. So you have to start with clarity and confidence. A lot of people are like clouded when they're creating this, right? When they're planning. We don't want you to be stressed. We don't want you to be clouded mentally. I want you to have a rational mind. When you're thinking about moving with your children or moving your family a million miles away, you need to be very rational in your thoughts, right? Next things next. We're going to go into the basics of what you need as far as for your children's passport. So you need to bring an original birth certificate, your ID, and copies of both. Okay? Both parents must appear together, or if it's one parent missing, you either need to have a form that they have you fill out that's a notarized consent form that the other parent is basically saying, okay, I'm cool with my child leaving. Or if the parent is incarcerated, or if they passed, you can have things like a paper that shows, like that first page when you type in their name, that shows that they're in jail or in prison. it's a page that you can go on the website and print out just to show like, hey, the parent is incarcerated. If the parent has passed an obituary, a death certificate, and that's only if they're on the birth certificate, y'all. If the other parent is not on the birth certificate, you have no worries. Now, if you get child support and you got that whole thing going on, you want to make sure that whoever name is on there, you have the consent form for that person, okay? Now, the courts will also give you a paper that shows that you have full custody, moms or dads, if you are in a single parent situation. And you can also have that to show that as well, just in case they ask. And you do want to keep those kind of documents because you are traveling. So you want to keep that just in case. You never know. You don't want no issues. You don't want nobody telling you this not your child. You don't want anybody confronting you about your child. So you want to be 10 toes down, right? Next things next. These fees are usually from $130 to $150. Okay? Now this is when getting the children's passport. It's not that expensive. It's not that expensive at all. Another thing, always make digital copies and store them in the iCloud or in the flash drive. So have digital copies of all of your children's information along with yourself, okay? Now, the essential document list. Now, when you travel with children, your paperwork is your piece, like I repeated. Keep these with you at all times. Passports, birth certificates, vaccination records, just in case, because some countries do go deep into the vaccination. Now, certain countries, they don't really care. But certain countries, they might want to see vaccination paperwork, have it just in case. I personally don't have it because I am in East Asia. I don't need it. I haven't needed it. But check whichever country that you're deciding to go to because you never know, you might need the shit, okay? I already mentioned the birth certificate. So school records, depending on if you want to put your kids into an international school, if you want to homeschool them or world school them, that doesn't apply to you. But if you are a person who might change your mind, just make sure you get what you need from the school, okay? Also, insurance cards and any legal documents. All right? Y'all following me? Everybody here? I want to make sure y'all following me. So, I want to add in a note for single parents. If you're traveling solo with your children, get a notarized consent letter from the other parent. It's a must at some borders and can save you serious stress. So, just be prepared. If you are a single parent and that parent not with you, just be prepared. I really want y'all to think about that and take that into consideration. Now we're going to touch on visas, like the education visa, which is something that I have in Thailand. The dependent visa or the digital nomad visa. Now these visas will allow you to have children too, but they'll be like your dependents, right? So I want you to keep in mind that when you are looking into visas, you need to read whatever fine print or whatever information you need to find out as far as for your children. Because sometimes when you're applying for visas, if you don't tell them you got a child and you just applying for the visa and you're not putting your child on that visa, got to be careful with that. Also, you got to be careful with certain countries because this happened with me and a few people I know. They'll be like, oh, your kid doesn't need a visa, you're fine. Y'all know that they basically telling you to keep your kid in the country illegally. Because they saying, okay, the child is underage, so there's not going to be any penalties against them. Don't trust that shit. You don't know that for sure. You can't really trust a lot of what you hear when you're traveling and moving abroad because a lot of what you learn is going to be lived experiences. So somebody else's experience is not going to be yours because a lot of these countries, they change laws according to the person. And their laws is not solidified. Their infrastructure is not solid. It's not solid. So you don't want to play those type of games. Next things next, okay? Before applying for a visa, always ask, does it allow dependents? Can my children attend school on this visa? Can I renew it easily? When you know your options, you move smarter. You have to ask these questions when you're looking into visas and you have a family. You can't leave your family out, can't leave your kids out. They have to be a part of what you have going on. Me personally, I'm on a student visa. My children are my dependents. They still have to have visas. They cannot be on mine. Well, They are dependents of mine, but I'm saying like they didn't need their own separate to do anything spectacular. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they are just on mine as dependents. So there was no extra paperwork or anything I had to do besides having the paperwork from the school so that they can prepare that paperwork for immigration. Okay? Okay, so now that we know about the documents, let's go into health and safety. So healthcare, special needs, and medication. A peace of mind comes when you know your family's health is protected. So always travel with medications in original label bottles. If you have kids that have disability, if you have parents that have disabilities or issues or any type of diseases, make sure that you travel with the medications in the original label bottles. Because sometimes if you get stopped, you don't want to be dealing with this in another country, and then they thinking you smuggling drugs in illegally. I know somebody that this happened to, and it happened to them in Korea, and they were actually incriminated, and they had to go through a whole case because of this. So I made sure I put this on the list so that people are aware of this. Always travel with medications in original label bottles. Next, bring a doctor's note describing the medication dosage and medical condition. Just have it with you. Just in case, y'all. Just in case. Just have it just in case. All I'm saying is dot all your I's, cross all your T's. Have it just in case. Also, keep at least a 90-day supply if possible. Research whether your child's medication is legal or like in that destination as well. So if you have a family member that takes a certain medication, if you are not familiar, do the research. Make sure that that medication is not fucking illegal. Because let's say that your mother is coming to travel with you guys as a family. It's you, your husband, your kids, your mom. Let's say your mom was in a motor accident. Let's say she got to take Percocets for pain. I'm just saying because people don't think about this. This is stuff that I've seen, stuff that I've lived, and stuff that I know. And this is why I'm bringing y'all the information. Let's hypothetically speaking say that she takes that medication. They check you. You get to, you going through the airport. You get to that particular part. They checking you. They pull out the medication. All they know is this Percocets. It's nothing anywhere that says that your mom has to take this for pain. She just kept it in an old pill bottle, like most people do, with no label, and just brought it just because she didn't really think that it'll be a big thing, but it will be. So you have to research, make sure shit is labeled, and make sure that the medication is legal for that country. Also for your children, okay? And ADHD or anxiety meds. Some ADHD and anxiety meds are restricted in certain countries. So if you have anxiety or ADHD or anything dealing with the mental, you need to check and make sure that that medication is not illegal in that country. Also, upload all records digitally to your Google Drive and iCloud just to have it, just in case you lose your luggage, just in case you lose and misplace something. You want to make sure you have that. Now let's go into healthcare abroad. Before you arrive, find like clinics and hospitals that's in the area. I always tell people, when you're looking to live abroad or you're looking to travel abroad and you're looking at Airbnbs or whatever, make sure that you are in a close radius of like hospitals or something. Especially if you have a sickly child or if you have a special needs child or somebody in your family that's special needs. Okay? Because just in case, you got to be able to get to the hospital quick, fast. And I know a lot of y'all don't think about this, but again, this is why I'm here, to bring the information to help you remember this. This is very important. You got to be close to a hospital just in case something takes place. You need to be prepared, okay? Also, a hospital, a dentist, just any type of health providers that can assist in what you're seeking. Join expat groups. Parents always share the best recommendations. So if you are a parent or a person that's in a family and you going to a certain country and you need to know more about doctors or hospitals or, just resources for you, your family, or maybe, like I said, if you have a special needs child, then there are other parents just like you, believe it or not. Don't be scared to put yourself out there and say, hey, I'm traveling to such and such country. I have a special needs child. Where can I go for A, B, C, D, E, F, G? Okay? Okay. Now, when it comes to insurance, you want to find some reliable options. Okay? So I'm going to name a few when it comes to you having some type of insurance abroad, like travel insurance. Safety Wing, Cigna Global, okay, Geo Blue, and Alias Care, just to name a few, okay? So when you are looking for coverage, always include your family. Sometimes you can include emergency care. It's more expensive, but if you have any type of medical issues, if anybody in your family has medical issues, or like I said, special needs child or anything, you want to make sure you have these, okay? And you want to make sure it includes outpatient services, okay? So make sure you also ask about it covering special needs if you have special needs children. So if your child is neurodivergent or, you know, differently labeled, let's just say that, if they have any type of disabilities, ask schools or programs about accommodations ahead of time. If you want your child to go to school abroad, international schools, you need to speak up and let them know what it is that they're dealing with your child. Okay? And this is if you decide not to homeschool them. Email coaches or teachers, talk to them, let them know, give them a short summary about your child so that they can best support them. Okay? Now, a bonus tip will be make a small card in the local language with your child's name, needs, calming techniques, and your phone number, and it can make all the difference. Now, this is just for parents who have kids that have illnesses or special needs. Okay? So if they have like asthma or if they have seizures, you are the person that I'm talking to. Keep a small card in the local language. If you live in a country and you don't speak that language, translate that shit and keep it in like their backpacks. Keep it where it can be accessible, just in case something ever happened. And this will make the process easier, especially if you a single parent and you living abroad with your children, okay? So I'm going to close this out by saying, remember, health and special needs don't pause when you move abroad, but preparation keeps you empowered, okay? It keeps you empowered to know that you are on top of this shit if you deal with a family member or kids that have any type of special needs or any health issues, asthma, I don't know, just whatever the fuck. But you want to stay afloat, okay? Now, we're going to go into schooling, the foundation of your child's new life abroad when it comes to education. Homeschooling, world schooling, international schools. Education doesn't have to end at a classroom door. When you move abroad, the world becomes the school for many of us, for many of our children. So we're going to start with international schools. International schools offer structure and socialization, often following certain type of programs, IED or Cambridge programs. Tuition can range from about $5,000 to $20,000, y'all. International schooling is expensive. If you really want to keep your kids in school, make sure you got a big bag. Make sure you got a big bank. Especially if you got multiple kids and you want to pay for your kids to go to international school. Be prepared to pay because it does cost. And that's not a month. That's like a year, right? $5,000 to $20,000 a year depending on the country. Now, in some countries, it's a little cheaper. Okay? Now, in Thailand, I know somebody that spent about $20 for a year. Now, that's considered cheaper, but to me, that's expensive. I got 3 kids, so that would be 2, 4, 6. That would be $60,000 a year for my kids to go to international school. It's a no. Also, make sure you are visiting these schools in person and ask them about the class size, and see how they handle diversity and transitions. These are the things that you need to be looking for when you're looking for your child's international school. You need to be visiting these schools. You need to be paying attention to the mannerism of the children, checking out the environment, looking at how the teachers operate, how they speak to the children. Because remember, you're in a different culture. So different countries deal with their kids in a different manner. If you don't want nobody doing stuff to your kid a certain kind of way, then you need to keep your child at home. If you're okay with that, and if you know the culture and you're okay with how they deal with their children, then go ahead and go for it. But make sure you do full research on this. Because in certain countries, they do discipline children. Did you hear me? In certain countries, they do discipline the children. If you do not agree with that, then you need to be letting that known, and you need to know that this is taking place, okay? Is international school just a private school? No, international school is not just a private school. A private school is a private school. An international could be public. It could be public or private, either or. It doesn't have to be one or the other. Anybody that got questions so that I can see the questions, please drop them, okay? Because I just answered somebody's question. I don't want y'all to think I'm ignoring y'all. I'm more than happy to answer questions while I'm going, okay? Y'all can ask me whatever you want to ask me. This is the time to ask while I'm here to share the information. Next, we're going to go into homeschooling. Homeschooling is perfect for flexibility and travel. You can use online programs like Time for Learning. That's one. Another one is OutSchool. Another one is Khan Academy. Another one is Power Homeschool. It's different type of online schools that you can use, especially if you have teenagers. And you like, okay, I want to live abroad, but I don't want to put my kids in an international school. Okay, fine. Sign them up for online school. There's plenty of online schools. Keep a folder of your child's work and test results as a simple transcript. So if you are homeschooling, you need to have a folder. Excuse me. If you are homeschooling, you need to have a folder set up, right? Of all the assignments that you're giving your child. You can create them. Me personally, I create all my kids' homeschool assignments. I create them on Canva. And what I do, I print them out. Like, for an example, this is an example. You see? This is something that I printed out. It's a story. It's a short story. Cairo and the Magic Mirror. Cairo was a smart 9-year-old boy who sometimes didn't believe in himself. One day, he found an old mirror in the attic. When he looked into it, the mirror spoke. I show people how powerful they really are, it said. But I mess up a lot, Cairo replied. Power means trying again and believing in yourself, the mirror said. Then it showed Cairo reading out loud with confidence. That's the real you, the mirror smiled. From that day on, Cairo looked in the mirror and said, I can do hard things. I am strong and I believe in myself. Now, this is a story that I have my 8-year-old reading. I make up the short stories because I want to create stories that teaches my child how to subconsciously trust, love, and believe in himself. This is what I do for all my children, but different assignments. But I create their assignments. For my 13-year-old, I got him writing an essay right now. His essay is about what country does he want to live in, why, what are the benefits, what are the pros, and what are the cons. I also had him do a project on a holiday in Thailand because we do live in Chiang Mai, Thailand. He came up with a holiday. He found out what the holiday consisted of, and he did an essay explaining it. I got him learning the countries, all 195. He needs to know. He needs to know which ones you can fly to, which ones you can't. He does affirmations. He's journaling. I make them do physical activities. They work out. Yes, they do, because I work out. I'm a gym girly. I'm a fitness baddie, okay? I'm very into fitness. So I make my kids work out. Before they start their homeschool assignments for the day, they do push-ups. They do jumping jacks. They do sit-ups because I got boys. So sometimes I got to get on my military shit. Because at the end of the day, I'm not only building their minds, I'm building characters. And I don't just homeschool, I world school. So as we travel and as we live and we go around in Thailand, these are moments where I'm teaching them. We're going over words. We're learning new things about the culture. And that is like a mix. I do a mix. I do a mix of homeschool and I do a mix of world school, 2-in-1. Okay? So that's just an example of, what I mean. So that's going to take us into world schooling, which is next. Now, world schooling is teaching your children, basically teaching them through lived experience, right? So history through temples and museums, math through budgeting and currency exchange, which I have my 13-year-old holding my phone. And when I'm going to purchase stuff, I'm making him do the currency exchange. That's a part of world schooling. Because in that moment, he's learning that, okay, 1,000 baht is about $30 USD. Okay? 300 and something baht, 300 baht is about $10 USD. So these are teaching moments, okay? The next thing is going to be science through nature and local farming. Sometimes in our community that we live in, fruits growing right off the trees. They got bananas growing off the trees. They got all type of stuff. Sometimes we discuss that. We talk about the food. We talk about the produce. We go deep into the science of nature. We go out. We go on walks. We go up in nature in the mountains. And we do the trails. We're outside. We're interacting, right? Or social studies through festivals and daily interactions. We go to festivals. We're going to the one of Thailand's most popular, actually Chiang Mai's most popular festival is the lanterns, something like that, where you like light it and it go up in the air. We're going to that. Very expensive, about $200 for us to go for tickets, but we're going to this festival. And in that moment, when we're going to that festival, when we're in the moment, when we're eating and connecting with our Thai peers, that's a moment where my kids will be world schooling. That is what world schooling is for any of you that's watching and not familiar with world schooling. Okay? So, next I want to go into, okay, before I go into that, you have to turn every outing into a lesson. I'm going to answer your question, Sophia. Give me 1 second. Let me finish up this part, and I'm about to answer your question. Turn every outing into a lesson, and every lesson into a memory. Let your child touch the world they're learning about. They learn through the experiences, okay? Now we're going to move into what life actually feels like. The rhythm of your days, the cost of help, and keeping kids active. Now I'm going to answer your question real quick. What is your opinion on giving birth abroad? We consider growing our family. Okay, so first things first. You gotta look at their healthcare system. How is their healthcare? How is the healthcare in that country? Okay? You need to make sure that they have a solid infrastructure. You gotta make sure the infrastructure, you gotta make sure that shit is solid. Because some countries, the healthcare, not that great. Or they might not have the greatest doctors. So you might have to fly somewhere else. Like in Bali, I don't recommend doing that there. Because you have to fly to like Singapore. You get what I'm saying? You have to fly to Singapore to get top-notch, treatment. I also know another lady that lives in Europe. And the city that she chose was not good with the health care for her for pregnancy, so she had to travel over to another city because she did not know that when she decided to start her family abroad. So my best advice, make sure you look into the health care of that country. Is it solid? Can you trust it? Look at other people in that country who have given birth. Talk to them. Ask questions. Ask around. I also think that once you choose a country and you decide to go there, I think that you should get an OBG, get an OBGYN, get a regular family doctor, start visiting. You need to be able to interact with these people to see if what they got going is what you even like. You need to see how the doctor presents him or herself, how knowledgeable they are. Do they care? Are they monitoring you correctly? And are they passionate about what they do? Because some people just do this line of work for the money, but you want to make sure they really care and they into it. Because even in the States, we can have concerns with our pregnancy sometimes, and the doctors don't even pay no attention. And then people end up having issues in their pregnancy. Some people end up really even losing their child because the negligence of their fucking doctor. So you really have to do your research as far as that. Now, it's not scary though. It's very exciting. It could be an amazing thing, but you just have to make sure you delegate it correctly. Make sure you do your full research on finding a good doctor. Look up that doctor. You want to make sure they are state board certified, honey, okay? State board certified. They have the proper education to do that line of work. And you want to look at their reviews. Because a lot of times when you look on Google Maps, a lot of these doctors, people, other expats and people who have traveled, they'll leave comments like, yes, I went to see this doctor was awesome, so on and so forth. After that, you want to focus on insurance. Now, I know that a lot of people live and travel abroad and they don't have insurance and they think that's okay. But if you are carrying a child, your ass need insurance. I don't trust not doing that without insurance. Make sure you got some type of travel insurance because anything can happen. Carrying a life is so precious. It's so amazing, right? It's a beautiful thing and you have to protect it. So you have to make sure you have some type of insurance so that just in case anything happens, you can be able to go see a doctor whenever you need to. In and out, in and out, in and out. Okay? Very important. Also, check out the hospitals. You need to be looking at the hospitals. You need to know what is the fashion, like what is the orderly fashion, like how do they have their babies in that country? Because in some countries, they don't have them in the bed like they do in America. In some countries, you got to stand and grab your baby. Other countries, you can do a water birth or so on and so forth. You want to make sure the conditions in which they are bringing these children into this world is safe and it aligns with what you desire. Okay? Very important. So that's my take for pregnancy abroad and having a baby abroad. Yeah, you wanna really make sure you're doing that correctly. That's not nothing to play with. Okay. Let's jump back in. Now, we are going to go into the daily life, nannies, activities, and safety. Building a new life abroad means creating new systems that feel safe, stable, and sacred, okay? So, I want to talk about what works best for parents abroad when it comes to assistance and help. Nannies and caretakers. Rates vary depending on the country, but usually they can range from about $300 to $800 a month for full-time help. Especially here in Thailand, I pay about $1,000. Is this video being recorded? I would love to show this to my wife. Absolutely. It's going to still be up, and then it's going to go on the YouTube channel as well. So she can definitely check it out. She'll definitely get to see it. Even once I end, it'll still be up. Promise. She won't miss a beat. 800 is kind of like on the expensive side for a nanny. But I pay 1,000 baht a week. That's pretty much like $30 a week. That's like 100 and something a month. That's not bad. That's not bad. But then again, my nanny is only coming a few days. And she also helps my children with homeschooling. Because sometimes I get tired. And I'm a busy woman. I'm in school full time. Okay? I'm in school full time. And I'm doing some things within the community and some other things in my personal life. So I'm busy. And plus, I'm on here. I'm being very, what can I say? I'm showing up for my platforms as well, as far as media and just sharing my journey. So I'm doing that as well too. And I'm doing a lot of other things. So I'm in the gym. I'm cooking. I'm doing a lot. So I need some help sometimes. And it's very important for you to be able to get the help. Single parents, if you are a single, getting help and getting a nanny abroad is amazing, okay? It really does help you. And you get some sense of peace because you have help. Now, where I'm from back in the States, it's not easy to get a nanny and it's not easy to get help because they are expensive as shit. But when you are living somewhere like East Asia, Africa, Central America, you can, and even in Europe, you can get a nanny. And the nanny will be affordable. And you deserve that. America make you think you got a slave and overwork yourself. Even if you are married, a couple. Do not let people think that you do not deserve a break because you guys are parents. You deserve a fucking break. Every parent, mother, father, couple, family, you deserve a break. How can you thrive if you get no breaks from your children? That's not even humanly possible. How would you have the capacity to give them what they need if you can't even get a break? Value your free time. Value your breaks. You deserve it. And there's somebody watching right now that's a parent that feels guilty for needing help. Stop feeling guilty for needing help. As parents, we need a village. Rather, you are married or not. You deserve a village. You need a village. And in these other countries, in these communities, there are people that will step up and see you and want to help you and support you. Everybody not the same either. I know that in the culture in America, we think, oh, people pedophiles, people touch kids. Everybody not pedophiles. Everybody don't touch kids. Of course, you got to do your research, because I'm not going to lie. When I got to Thailand, I was like, I come from a country where people are pedophiles. Not everybody. Majority. A lot. And people have a liking to kids. So when I saw how they were with kids, I was like, they're a little too friendly with kids. But then I realized that in their culture, they just do things differently, right? And that's just what it is. So next thing I'm going to talk about is always interview, ask for referrals, and set clear expectations about duties, hours, and discipline style. You need to be upfront with your nannies. You need to make sure you get somebody that's reliable and that you know you could trust. Do trials with them. Don't just meet them and then hire them the first day they come. You hire them. What I do, because I've had a couple different nannies, they come over and they chat and they hang out with us for about 30 minutes to an hour. I want to see how my children are responding to them energetically, frequency-wise. And I want to see how they are responding to my children. Because a person can put on a facade all day and you'll think that they're good for the kids, and then they really not good for the kids. Also, with your nanny, do not let these people abroad try to scam you and have you changing your amounts. I'm giving y'all information of lived experiences of my own and many people that I know. Get a understanding with that nanny. This is what I want to pay you. Are you okay with this? Get it in writing. Have them sign. Have you sign. I'm telling you, this is going to cover your ass. Okay? When they're signing, they're agreeing that they're going to work for you and your family on these amount of days. And this is what the work consists of. Working with the children. If you okay with people disciplining your children, let it be known. If you not, then you need to let them know, hey, I don't know how you guys discipline, but I do not want my kids disciplined. If you ever have an issue with my child, please let me know so I can correct them. Okay? This is real important. Because in Africa, your kid might get fucking popped. Your kid might get popped, damn it. Oh, they're asking questions in the comments? I don't know why I never see them. Oh, they asking questions. Okay, yeah, y'all gotta put the questions with the question mark, because when I'm talking, the screen isn't going up. It's not going up, y'all, so I didn't see y'all comments. And that happened on the last live stream. And my apologies, because y'all know when I get passionate, I'll just be rambling. And I can see the questions from the question mark and people putting them there. Thank you, Sophia. You a lifesaver, girl, because I did not know. Single mom of one, and we're both ready to go. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't even see these damn comments. Fuck. Amen, amen. Could be mentally better. Thanks for positive vibes. Amen, amen. Just joining. Hello. Hey, Raquel. Love yourself. It's the only way. Wealthy and rich rising. Looking beautiful today. Glowing. Thank you, love. You see the skin? Okay, that's that. Listen, I've been doing this little Japanese mask. I keep telling y'all, that motherfucker there is working. This year has been so effing hard, especially spiritually. Oh, I'm sorry. It'll get better, love. It really will. Mine is about to be 18. You bringing them? My husband lives in Morocco. It's a totally different life over there for my son. It's just so your son is over there with them? LGBTQ. Okay, I gotta remember that. LGBTQ. LGBTQ. All right. Because I don't be wanting to sound ignorant. Because I fuck with all the people. I don't want to disrespect nobody's labels or nobody's titles. I love all y'all. Shit. I can love God and still love everything that God has created. Grand Risings, you speaking so much light and love in this live. Oh, I'm happy you enjoying it, Mocha. Thank you for being here, love. Okay, I'm going down to the comments, y'all. I'm scrolling. Bear with me. I'm trying to see what y'all wrote. I don't want to miss nobody. I want to answer everybody's question. Good morning, beautiful. Okay, that's Sophia wrote that. Rich Rising, Sophia. So I'm just now. So dealing with school, is it better to homeschool? I'm not going to say it's better to homeschool. Okay. Kate Songbird, 150. Baby, listen. Homeschooling is hard. I'm not about to sit up here and pretend like being a mom and doing that is easy. You get what I'm saying? Like, no, that's not easy. You really got to be built for that mentally, because sometimes it's going to be a lot because you're already managing life abroad and getting the kids used to everything. And on top of that, you have to teach them. I was just getting on my son butt before we got on live because he was writing out a story, my 8-year-old, because he's working on his writing skills. And he want to play. And I'm like, listen, when I get done with this live, we going to go through this again. I'm not playing no games. Because my kids get comfortable because they spoiled. I have 5 kids homeschooling. It's going to have to be a must. Oh, yeah, homeschooling is going to have to be a must for you, baby. Because 5, that's going to be expensive. Great story. Do you mind sharing the list of homeschool programs and which one do you use for your youngins? I don't use any of them for my kids. I'll repeat them. All right, I used to use one of them, but I don't anymore. I just prefer to make them myself. I used to use Khan Academy. So I'm going to name the homeschool and programs again for anybody that missed it. I want to repeat this. If Mina is still here, Amina 4, I'm going to repeat it for you. It was Time for Learning, Out School, so that's O-U-T, then school. Khan Academy, that's K-H-A-N Academy. And Power Homeschool. And I make my kids assignments. Hell, you need these classes for the adults too. No, for real, facts. It's a must for boys. They have to get that energy out. And yes, your teen knows 195 countries go, mom. People here never even left the city. Can you repeat the teaching sites? Okay, I hope you heard them because I just repeated them. Yes, put your questions in the questions link. It's the circle with the question. Okay, I'm reading everything now, y'all. I'm catching up. Wow. How is the healthcare in Thailand? The healthcare is affordable. I just took my kids to the dentist the other day. And for 3 cleanings, my son also had to get x-rays, and he's going to have to go back for 2. He just had 2 cavities, only one of my kids, because we do pretty good with no cavities. But my middle son he's going to have to get those 2. But anywho, for a cleaning for the 3 of them was about $70, $70 USD. So it's affordable. I say it's better to just pay out of pocket, because I don't have insurance, travel insurance, but I can afford to pay out of pocket. But everybody can't. So if you can't, get you some insurance. But I just rather just pay cash. That's what I do. If you have a question, click that symbol. Okay, thank you, Sophia. Period. Sophia on the go, girl. I just love you. I appreciate you. Let me find out you want to be part of the community. Listen, I'm putting some things together. You can be a part of the team. Let me know. Your children are very blessed to have you as their mother. Thank you, love. I appreciate you so much. I understand. Time for Learning, Power Homeschool. Yes, Khan is K-H-A-N. K-H-A-N. Khan Academy. Okay, I made it to the bottom. Sophia, I appreciate you. Any other questions, y'all drop them, because now I can see the screen moving up. I can see it moving up now. So if y'all have any comments that come in, I'll be able to see them. But if y'all got any questions about my own experience with my children or anything, just drop them. Okay, so I was on nannies. Oh, yeah. So I was saying to make sure that you get a full understanding with your nanny. And another thing I want to let y'all know, don't let these people play with y'all abroad when it comes to money and how you want things to go. Don't let them slack. If you paying them for a service, make sure they doing the service. Okay? And if you decide on an amount, don't let them change the amount if y'all already explained it. And then when it's time to get paid, they want to be like, can you give me an extra this? And it's like, we literally have it in writing, because they would try to play with you because you foreign. So they'll try to think like, oh, they can play them games and try to get more. Y'all, I've dealt with a lot of different experiences, and I just want to share that with y'all so y'all to know what you might run into, and be prepared and be all 10 toes, be very stern, and that relationship, because that person is then going to become a part of your family when they are your nanny. Okay. So next, kid activities, explore local sports, art, and language programs. Like for me personally in Thailand, they got like Muay Thai, they got swimming, they got a lot of different things. In Bali, they got like surfing, art, and yoga for kids. In Europe, they got soccer, and they got soccer here too. Well, it's weird because here they call it football, but I don't be like soccer, football, like what the fuck? Anywho, soccer, football. They call it soccer here, well, football here. Also, music or robotic clubs. With the daily rhythm, create a family structure. Mornings for movement and learning. Afternoons for adventure and play. Evenings for connection. Dinner, reading, gratitude practice. Safety. Big one. Listen. Teach your kids the local emergency number and addresses or any type of information that they need to know. I taught my kids that if there is an emergency, who do you call? If I'm going through something and I need some help and I can't call nobody, who do you call? My children are prepared for an emergency because we are far from our family. I do have Thai friends. They can contact. My Thai people know what to do. I got a lot of different Thai friends, and some of them live in the area. My kids know what to do. They know to contact who they need to contact. They know to contact my family. And all my people have my address. I also have a surveillance system. You know what I'm saying? So that just in case, I can always keep an eye on everything that's going on. I don't play. When I got my house, I got cameras put in. Just in case for emergencies, because I have children. And even when I'm not here, I can watch the cameras while the nanny here. Smart. Smart, ain't I? I'm smart. And I got the cameras put in because I need to be able to keep an eye on whoever going to be in my house. I need to be able to keep an eye on my housekeepers. I need to be able to keep an eye on the nanny. Okay? Hello? Somebody. I don't play no games. I'm not going to play no games because people get too comfortable. They move abroad and they think that a country is perfect. And, these people not going to do nothing. You don't know what people going to do. People are people. And that's the problem. When you let your guard down, things happen. We still Americans. We got to keep a little bit of our American common sense. Okay? So, teach your children what needs to take place in case of an emergency. If they babies and they younger children, of course, you're not going to be able to teach them that. But if you got older kids, if you have teenagers, you need to be having these conversations with them just in case something happens while you guys are living abroad. If an emergency happens, this is what they need to do. A, B, C, D, on and on, okay? Next is going to be keep laminated ID cards in their bags. Or iPhone and other companies got tags, air tags. If you one of them parents and you just want to make sure your kid's super safe and you be super paranoid, get an air tag. Exactly. Always, Nina, because you never know. Get an air tag and put it in your kid's shoes. If you know you got a wanderer, a kid that like to go elsewhere, or let's say you have a child that's mentally challenged and you know they wander off, you need to be adding an air tag to their shoes, to their clothes, just in case. Now, I know nobody thinks about these type of things. Nobody talks about these type of things. But these are things that I've sat down, deeply thought about, and also lived experiences that I always want to share with y'all just in case, because you never know. You just never know. And I want y'all to be prepared. So if you need to put an air tag on your kid, put an air tag in their clothes or in their devices or whatever. Word. Yes, definitely. Next is gonna be save trusted locals contacts for emergencies. Like I just said, if you get cool with somebody that you're friends with, make sure your child has their information, just in case. Okay? Just in case. Like my oldest son, he got some information in his phone just in case. Because I don't want to have any problems with him, you know what I'm saying, and something happening and he don't know who to contact. Okay, so your family doesn't need perfection, just rhythm, love, and presence. And when you move abroad, having a community makes all the difference. So just make sure that you start connecting. Just connect, okay? Connect. And that's what we about to go into, community and belonging. Rich risings, love. Beautiful new day. If you cannot find community, create it. Y'all hear me? If you cannot find community, create it. Join Facebook groups or local parent chats. Join chats with other parents. Join some parent clubs, some parent groups, whatever the fuck. Join them. Attend weekend meetups or family events. So if you know somebody that live abroad that have children, connect with them, hang out with them. Go see what they're up to. Spend some time with them. Let the kids get some familiarity. Let them be around some kids that are similar to them, have a similar culture. So they can take a liking to them. They can hang out. This will make you and your children feel more grounded, okay? Next thing. If nothing exists, host your own picnics, park days, activities, parties, holidays. I am currently in Chiang Mai. Me and a friend of mine that I met in another group, we are starting a small community for families. If you are watching this and you live in Chiang Mai, reach out. Let's connect. I'll add you and you can start being a part of what we're setting up. We're actually meeting tomorrow over wine and having dinner to chat because I am starting. I really want to do this. Me and her are starting a family community here in Chiang Mai. And our purpose is to get together on holidays, to create events for families, to get us all together because we need to create home away from home. We want everybody to feel comfortable. We want the kids to be content. And we want to create some type of familiarity to help everybody in their transition of living abroad. So that's something that I'm working on. And I encourage you to. If you do not have it in your country or if you do not see it, create it yourself. Go to that group and be like, hey, y'all, I'm a mom. I'm a single mom. Is there any other moms that lives here? Or is there any other moms that's going to be traveling to this location? I would love to connect with you. Let's have dinner and get our kids together. Start using your voice. Create your own community if you cannot find one. Community makes your kids feel seen and it gives them the emotional support that they need, okay? It's a difference between surviving abroad and thriving abroad. And when you are in thriving mode and not survival, community makes it better and easier. Because when you are going through these transitions abroad, just like when I had my issue with immigration, if I didn't have the two ladies I'm connected to, my two friends that I do consider friends since meeting here, that's from America too. If I did not have them, I don't know if I would have really been able to really mentally make it through that because I was tapping out. I was overwhelmed. It was a lot for me. But being able to know that I had people here that I could pick up the phone and call that live here too, that are like-minded, and that it's familiar with immigration and everything else that's relatable to me, I can call them and say, hey, this is what happened, and they can give me tips and they can give me support. Community abroad is so important, guys. Even if it's not a big group of people, have you a couple people that you really enjoy and that you can connect with while living in that country. This is impactful on so many levels, not just to your children, but to yourself. I'm not real big on big groups. I don't like big groups. I'm very sensitive to energy because I am gifted. I can feel things. I can see things. I can hear things. So I try not to connect with everybody because I can't deal with everybody. That's just what it is. I have sensitive energy. I can't be around everybody. But I definitely like to go to maybe meetups and meet people. But on an every day-to-day basis, I have a few people that I connect with that makes my journey all the better. Because I can call them, I can reach out, we can get together, go get a drink, eat some food, get our kids together, go see a movie, spend the holidays together. That's what matters. That's what matters. Yeah, listen, that sensitive energy is serious. I cannot just be with everybody, hanging with everybody, everywhere, doing everything. Can't do it. So, now we're going to go into budgeting and cost of living. Freedom abroad doesn't mean overspending. It means being intentional with your spending. So, housing will be about 30-40%, food 15 to 20%, school activities 10 to 20%, healthcare insurance 5 to 10%, transportation 5 to 10%, savings and fun 10 to 15%. Okay? So some apps that you can make sure you download will be Spendy, Trail Wallet, Moonify. These are tracking apps to keep up with finances, okay? And also, if you are a family and looking to move abroad with your family, try to have some type of savings. At least 6 months the most, 3 months the least, okay? In case of emergencies. Because you traveling with a family. So at least keep some type of money. At least keep, if 6 months is a stretch, at least have 3 months worth, okay? If you just can't do 3 months, at least 30 days. Have some type of savings, or just make sure that you at least a hustler so you can have some fluids, some financial gain going on, okay? This is important. This is very, very, very important. You definitely want to make sure you stand on top of that. Money gives you choices. Discipline gives you peace. Know where it's going, but don't let it stop you from living. So you definitely want to delegate your money a certain way. You got to figure out how you want to live when you live abroad. Some people want to live bare minimum. That's their business. I spend about $5,000 a month, and that's kind of on the high side in Thailand. You guys, anybody live in Thailand, they going to say that might be a little high. But you got to think about it. I got 3 kids. But my cost of living is about 5 bands a month. To me, that's not expensive because I'm a luxury motherfucker, okay? I'm not about to live bare minimum. I didn't live... Okay. Life wasn't the easiest in the States, but I didn't live bare minimum in the States. So why would I do it abroad? Like, no, I'm not going to do it. So to me, my spending habits works for me. But you got to figure out how much money you're spending a month. Do you have that type of money to spend? You need to get some type of idea. Like I know USD for a family of 4, I'm spending about $500 the least to $700 the most on food a month. Now, y'all got to remember, I got all boys, and my kids are growing. You know what I'm saying? Amazing, melanated, handsome black men. They're, you get what I'm saying? Enlightened, strong, learning, growing. They need food. They like to eat, and they mama can cook. So my kids like to eat. And I've always made some of the best food. So cooking is a big deal in my house. That's the way to the heart. Me too. I don't live bare minimum in the U.S. Exactly. And like that's I was talking to somebody about that earlier, and it seems like people want to live abroad to struggle. Don't set yourself up and be one of those type of people. If you're going to struggle, just stay in your native country. Stay there. Don't go nowhere. Stay there. Figure things out there. And set yourself up to where you can actually go somewhere else and thrive. Living abroad is a privilege. I'm going to say that again. Living abroad is a privilege. It's not for the weak. It's not just a privilege financially. It's a privilege mentally. To be able to take yourself out of an environment that no longer aligns with you and step into something that's greater and better, that's a privilege. Don't take it for granted. God wants to give you more. The universe wants to give you more. The universe is not on a budget. A lot of y'all too bare minimum. You just live and you accept anything. And that's why you have issues mentally. And that's why your mind is tired. And your soul is tired. Your spirit is tired. Because you accept bare minimum. Expect nothing but the best from the universe. Create a life of beauty. A life of ease. A life that you love. How dare you live a mediocre life when you were created to live the way you want to live. And a lot of y'all want to live good, but you accept bare minimum so you can't. You need to stop that. Challenge yourself to live better because you know you want that. So work harder, do more, be better, and create better. Okay? I bet the quantity of food there is way better than here in the States. The quality, definitely. Like, this is like a heavy sermon. So, look, girl, I always get to going. I mean, listen, I don't even be trying. It just be coming out naturally. A whole sermon, though. I missed the beginning. Will this be available later? Yes. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. It will be available. Soon as it ends, it's going to go right up. And you can rewatch the whole thing. It's also going to go on the YouTube channel. Going to church, honey, okay? Oh, I'm happy I did. It means a lot. And these are all things that I had to go through. Like, I literally had to recreate my whole identity and my entire life to be able to do this and to thrive with 3 children. You know, doing this with 3 kids is not easy. You know, it's not easy at all. My pleasure. It's not easy at all. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. Rather you single, got a husband, wherever your situation is, you got a family, however, anybody can do this. You just got to really get it in your mind that you deserve a better quality of life. And from there, it all just kind of just go. What do you do there regarding burning season? I haven't been, you want to know something that's so funny? So I am right in the area where quote unquote burning season is supposed to be bad. My son has asthma. Well, he did have asthma before we came to Thailand. My 10-year-old, guess what, y'all? He no longer has asthma. They say whatever they say about burning season, I have not been affected by it. My son has not been affected either. We bought his medication for his inhaler just in case he has like some issues breathing. Nothing. Y'all hear me? Nothing. He ran into one problem when we first got here, and I think that was because we were adjusting to a new climate, which happens to children. Keep that in mind. If you ever move abroad, it can happen to adults too. You can go through like you'll get kind of sick and congested. Excuse me. And that's because you're changing climates. So your body has to adjust to the change. But no, my son did not have any issues, and neither did we. None of us were affected in burning season. Definitely purging. Because you're walking into something new, you know? Definitely purging. So, you guys got any questions for me? I want to open up the floor to anybody who has questions about living or traveling abroad with your children, creating a life abroad with your children. You guys are more than welcome to ask me anything. Yes, you are more than welcome to ask me anything. But what I can say, though, I'm going to give a pro and a con on living abroad with your children. The pro is the fact that I was able to show my kids how powerful they are, how powerful I am, how powerful we are. I teach my kids a lot about manifestation. I teach them a lot about the power of the mind and how you can literally get anything you want in life. So we would do something called a prayer manifestation circle. Ooh, y'all coming in with the questions. I'm about to answer y'all questions. We would do a prayer manifestation circle, and we would stand in the circle in our old living room, and we would chant. We would chant and scream out the countries that we planned on moving to. I have my children do that because I wanted to stir up the energy. I wanted to activate these portals, right? I wanted to stir that shit up because I knew that I was going to pick one of these countries and that we were leaving, but I wanted to prepare my children. This is how I helped them prepare. And my son, my 10-year-old came up to me about maybe like a month ago. And he was like, Mommy, we manifested this. We literally got a big house like we planned to. We did everything we said we wanted to do. And he was like, manifestation works. I said, yes, baby, it works. And this is what you got to do for the rest of your life. Even when you a grown man, as a father, as a husband, as just a hardworking man in the world, you got to remember manifestation always works, and it starts in the what? And he was like, the mind. And I was like, yep, that's what I teach. So the pro is I was able to not just show myself how magical and powerful I am, I was able to show my children. Let's answer this question. What made you know Thailand was the choice? Well, I use astrocartography. So I am an astrologer. If anybody is interested in booking an astrocartography session with me, the link is in the bio. I use astrology for everything. I use my natal chart. Whenever I want to figure out something, I go straight to astrology. Now, I don't worship astrology as my God because a lot of people just like, y'all just so into astrology. But when you know how to use astrology and you are a master of astrology, baby, ain't no way that people should be traveling and moving without looking up their astrocartography charts. My chart had a lot of favor in Thailand. And although I've been having a challenging time in Thailand, I know why I'm having that challenging time. It's still a good time. It's a challenging good time. Thailand is testing me and showing me my warrior self. Thailand is making me tap deeply into my inner world and expanding it outside my wildest imagination. Thailand is really showing me how strong I am, even when I feel weak. Thailand is making me show up in the world in a way that I never even knew I could. And that's why I had to come to Thailand first. This was spiritual. And when I looked at my astrocartography, I was choosing between 3 countries: Bali, Indonesia, Costa Rica, and Thailand. Thailand was just first. I felt led to just come to Thailand first. And I'm happy that I chose Thailand. Thailand is my first country. And when I leave Thailand, I'm going to miss Thailand, because I'm going to remember all of the lessons and the many things that it taught me on my abroad journey. Now, I'm going to be living in a different country for the next 3 to 5 years. And I'm doing a year for each country, or maybe 6 months. It just depends. I'll be all over the place. Sometimes I think I want to do this. Sometimes I think I want to do that. But yeah, my plan is to live in a different country for a nice amount of time in order to come back and bring the information to y'all. That's just, I'm on a journey. I'm on a journey. So yeah, that's why I chose Thailand. I'll just be talking. All right, next question. Have you decided where your next location will be? So I haven't told anybody, but I guess I'm telling the world now. So my next 3 locations that I'm choosing through is going to be either Albania, Jamaica, or Colombia. I haven't chose yet. I haven't decided. But I am going on a vacation to Jamaica myself for a couple weeks. And if I like it, after that, then I'm going to go back, get my kids, and they're going to come with me. And then we're going to do Jamaica. So this is why I don't identify as a Thailand creator or a content creator. I'm not promoting none of that shit. I am a global citizen of the universe, okay? This whole world is my home because home is here. And I create experiences of home everywhere I go. But this world is my motherfucking oyster. I'm going to go and be everywhere. I'm going to go where they say people like me shouldn't go. They might say dark-skinned black people don't supposed to be in Europe. Well, guess what? I don't give a fuck. I'm going to have pasta in Italy, bitch. Okay? And you don't have to like it, but that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to go have oxtails and some jollof rice in Jamaica, whatever. I'm going to just do whatever I want to do. Okay, that's what we doing. I put one in the box about the nannies and cleaners. Oh, okay, let me see it. I would love, okay. How do you find your nanny? Word of mouth or agency? How did you verify them? So I found my nanny in a group on Facebook. Yep, I found them in a group. And honestly, there's no way to verify them besides asking them for references. So I always ask for references. And then I always ask for just any type of paperwork that shows that like they're legal. Sometimes if they don't translate it, I had ChatGPT translate it for me. Or if they have like a page, if they have like a page or something that I can look on where they promote them doing that work, I'm going on that page, I'm doing my research. I understand you're in alignment, period. You're in alignment, period. Have to be. I'm going to call you Sophie. Sophie. I like Sophie. I'll have to watch the rest of this on YouTube later. Thank you so much for the info. This is very helpful. You're welcome, Nina. You have a beautiful day, love. Where do I find you on YouTube? Click the link in the bio. Go to the link in the bio, and it's gonna drop down, and you will see the YouTube box. We are Moving Abroad 222 on YouTube. And if you want to find anything personally of me and my personal journey outside of moving abroad, then you just go to the first video. My personal page is tagged. The first video that's pinned. And that's if you want to follow my own personal journey. I'm a single woman planning to move there alone. And I don't live bare minimum here in the States. So do you think a good amount... Wait. It's moving. I'm sorry. So what do you think a good amount of funds to have for a single person to live for at least 6 months? Were you trying to say 6 months? Because I would say 5 to 10 G's. Now that's yeah, I would say 5 to 10 G's. And that's living like a boss. Shit. Let me go back to the question. Somebody asked a question. Another question. What's the best way to have a stable income while living abroad? I want to, sorry y'all, it was a little. I want to move my family to Thailand. But I'm struggling to find a job that I can do anywhere. Well, if you don't want to do so there's different things that you can do. You can do freelancing. You can do a remote job. Or you can do entrepreneurship. Or you can do content creation. If you want to live abroad, people are obsessed with families. Start putting your family out there. Take pictures, make videos. Hey, we are the Williams family of 5. And we're moving to Mexico. Watch our journey. People gonna flood in. They gonna come in fast. Because a lot of people want to leave, and that's courage for a family to leave. So people will be inspired by you. So if you don't want to work a job, do content. That's it. If you don't want to work a job, do content. And freelancing is easy. You can go on Fiverr and find all type of jobs that you can do. Writing jobs. You can do a lot of different things if you don't want to work online. But if you do want to work online, but you're just having a hard time, then just check out. There are different websites that you can check out that you can do work from home remote jobs that will allow you to live abroad. You just got to do your research. Use ChatGPT. Start talking to Chat. Build a relationship with Chat. Hey, Chat, I'm looking to move abroad. It's 5 of us. I need to find a job. Could you give me some resources and information on where I can work, what I can do? Can you give me some work from home sites? Can you give me some remote job sites? Boom. Simple, just like that. The next one was, what's the best way? Okay, I answered that. Have you ever been to Israel or any surrounding areas before? Surrounding areas of Thailand? Because I only been to Vietnam. Yeah, I only been to Vietnam. Thank you. As far as being able to keep it moving, do you recommend a 6 to 8 month rental? Have you been able to negotiate length terms? Is it Airbnb or... So I use Airbnb. I love Airbnb. You hear me, girl? Use Airbnb. What you can do on Airbnb is when you are in countries that will negotiate, just speak up. Just ask. Some of these people will work with you. I recommend when you are a single person, start off by staying in Airbnbs from 14 to like 20 days. Do not pick an Airbnb for 30 days if you are a picky person. If you're not a picky person and you can kind of live whatever and you're more like a chameleon and you're more adaptable, do 30 days. The reason why I don't recommend 30 days is because you can get into an Airbnb that you don't like. When I just went to visit Pattaya, I took my son to Pattaya for his birthday. We got an Airbnb. It was nasty as hell. The pictures did not match. And I was pissed. Because I believe in luxury experiences and luxury living. I'm not settling. I was not born on this earth to struggle and settle. And I'm not accepting anything bare minimum. I don't deserve that. I work too hard. I put out so much good energy into the universe. I help people. I do too many beautiful things for me to just accept anything. Fuck that. So I told that owner, You can either refund me my money for a couple days. He didn't want to. Me and him went back and forth. He was like, I'll just, at first he said that he didn't want to give me my money back. I was like, okay, Houston, well, we're going to have a problem. Me and him went back and forth. I was calling him. I was like, listen, I'm trying to keep this professional. This Airbnb does not match the pictures. That is considered fraud. Why do you have pictures on Airbnb that does not match? It was literally, y'all see how white my walls is? The walls of my house is white because my house is brand new. But in that house, there were smudges of fingerprints everywhere. Black, dark smudges. Whoever the cleaners were, they did not clean it good. The couch had stains on it that looked like piss. It was smelling pissy. He ended up giving me my money back. I booked a different Airbnb, a luxury Airbnb. And me and my children stayed right off the water. We got something even better than what we expected because I stood my ground. Sometimes when you dealing with these Airbnbs and they know you a foreigner, they would try to get over on you. You can speak up for yourself and stand up for yourself without being ratchet and without cussing anybody out, but still standing in your power and letting them know, I'm not accepting no bullshit. You're not about to play with me because you think I'm a foreigner. You could just do anything. That's not what we about to do. So you got to still stand in your power and have your voice because they will try to get down on you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I meant surrounding areas of Israel like Egypt or Saudi Arabia. No, I haven't. Love. Unfortunately, I haven't. Girl, I'm scared to go over there and shit. Not trying to be funny, but listen, I got to make sure the coast is clear. What is your thoughts about Vietnam? Ooh, baby. Vietnam, I had a terrible time. I also thought about relocating there. I had a terrible time in Vietnam, but I met a girl today that lives there. She's been living there for like 4 months. She really love it. And everybody else that I meet, they love it. Don't go based off what I say. I can't tell you that it's a bad place because I use astrocartography for everything. And just because it wasn't the greatest place for me, it might be a great place for you. But I will say this. I didn't have a good experience with the people because I was in Hanoi. Hanoi, I heard and I learned that is more traditional. They not really too foreigner friendly. Is it Mochi or Muchi? And Da Nang is more friendlier towards expats. But I ain't gonna lie. I love the country. The people just treated me not that well. They treated me like shit, right? Which is cool. They didn't treat me that well. It might have a lot to do with how I look and the way that I present myself. In a lot of spaces, I didn't even talk. I would just walk in and get treated unfairly. You know, it was a lot that went on. But I like the country. I think that it's a beautiful country. I think that you should definitely check it out. What I love about it is it's very affordable living. You can really live like a king or a queen over there. And I love the cities and what they're building. They're building a lot of areas and cities that supports expats, that will provide the living that you're used to in America. And that's what I like because they know that we're coming. They know that we're traveling there. They're seeing more of us. So I love the fact that they have created environments where we can thrive in Vietnam. So that's my honest opinion. I feel like you should go. I feel like you should go visit. Before you go, make sure that you do the e-visa. And you got to tell them how long you're going to stay. If you're going to stay for 30 days, get an e-visa for 30 days. You have to already have it when you go there. You have to have it before you go there. So you can't like try to do it there. Literally, when you get off the plane and before you even get on the plane, they're going to be asking for that e-visa. Sometimes they do make you have a return ticket. So if you don't have a return ticket, use onward.com. Onward.com is kind of like a site that lets you create. It's kind of like fake tickets, kind of. But you can use it and it works. And many people have used it. Look it up. It's great to use. But yes, I think you should do a 30-day trip and see if you like it. And you are so welcome. I think you should do a 30-day trip. Check it out. See if you like it. I like Vietnamese food. So that's really why I wanted to go and what made me even go there. And plus, when I applied for my visa for Thailand, I had to go there. So that's why I went. So I was checking if there's any more questions. Anybody got any more questions for me? I really enjoyed you guys tonight. I love how you guys are present. I love how y'all ask questions. I'm just excited. I'm ready to see more people live and thrive abroad. I'm ready to hear more stories. If you have a travel abroad story, reach out so you can be featured. If you are interested, I have my assistant send you the information to be featured, okay? I got 3 phones now, y'all. This is crazy. I broke my phone the other day. That's the worst thing you can do living abroad, breaking your phone. Luckily, I had 2 phones already, so it was good. But, I literally broke my phone. Like, that's so crazy. I was so mad. Like, how do you just break your iPhone in a whole nother country? Like, why would you do that? That's crazy. But anybody else got any more questions on this live stream of how to thrive and live abroad with your children, the family blueprint, how to keep this thing standing, moving, and going? Anybody got any questions? Any questions? Any questions? I'm going to sleep good tonight. Vegan Healing Vibes. Okay, I like your name. Vegan Healing Vibes, period. Any questions, y'all? Any questions? Because I'm going to be getting off. I'm about to log off. Are there any vaccination required? Some countries in Africa might require you to. But that's not like a common thing. Are there places to get your hair braided? Hell yeah. You saying in Thailand? Definitely. I'm thinking about moving to Africa. Do you recommend anywhere? Lagos, Accra. Yeah, those are my 2. I always say those 2 because I actually personally know people who live there. Where is the safe place to live abroad with children? I would say Southeast Asia countries. I would say Thailand. I would say Vietnam. I would say Japan. I would say I kind of want to say like the Philippines. The Philippines is pretty good. Just Southeast Asia countries, right? And then as far as other places, I will say Mexico. Mexico is good. I would say Panama. I would say Brazil. Definitely Accra again. Definitely Ghana. Ghana is good. Ghana is kid friendly for sure. And South Africa. Yeah, those will be some of my places, I would say. What other places would I say? As far as the Caribbean, I would say the Bahamas. I would say Jamaica. Yeah, those are some good ones. If you got some kids, those will be some good ones. Any other questions? Rich Risings. Is Lagos safe for a single woman? Can you live comfortably? Hell yeah. Listen, you gonna be living like a boss on 3,000. What? You gonna be living good. You gonna be living real good. I live in Thailand. I live in Chiang Mai. Yeah, you gonna listen. Love me some me 911, honey. Yes. Now, I want to keep in mind to tell y'all, when y'all ask for safety, I want y'all to keep in mind that all countries has its pros and cons. Don't be nowhere late. Don't be nowhere in areas where it's not a lot of people. Stay in local places when you going out. These are things that we still have to keep in mind. Even if they say that country's safe, it don't matter. That's not your country. So you always got to be on a swivel. All right? See, I'm from Detroit. I don't give a fuck how safe they say a country is. I learned to stay on a swivel. Listen, where I'm from, watch yourself. Watch your surroundings. Watch your back. Never get too comfortable. I don't care where I live. I'm always going to watch my surroundings. I don't care how safe they say it is. No, I've never been to Ghana, but I know many people who live there personally. Not just seeing them online. I actually know them. Have relationships with people who live there. Yeah, exactly. Don't be looking flashy. Don't be looking flashy. That's the thing. People, and I don't think that Americans do that purposely. I just think that we used to that. Like where I'm from, Detroit, we known for glasses and chains. That's what we into. That's normal to us. To wear an icy ass chain or some glasses with diamonds in them. That's normal for us, right? But in some places, you will be looked at as a target in another country. They gonna look at your ass. You definitely robbable, okay? You're definitely robbable. I'm from, oh yeah, so you already know. New Jersey. So you already know. You know how they get down. Yeah, just be neutral. Yeah, that's very important. Rich risings. Probably like the whole thing. But it's okay though, because you know I'm gonna always keep it up. We started at 8. So almost 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. And you're welcome, love. I didn't miss your comment. Do you have any info? No, I don't. I've never been there. I don't know much about there. Sorry. But I can always get some information, honey. You know, it's nothing. We can always get the information. Okay, now let me look at these questions because I don't get why they coming in like this. How did you overcome language barrier? I'm in language school. I go to school. Chanchu, Ili, Chanchu, Ili, what else? Chan, Myjak, America. Like, I speak a little Thai. What food do you eat at Thailand? What foods do you eat at Thailand? What food I be eating? Baby, I be eating Thai food. Baby, I eat American food. Baby, I love food. When I get off here with y'all, I made some chicken Alfredo with shrimp and broccoli for dinner yesterday. I'm getting ready to enjoy my Alfredo pasta. Okay? But I do eat a lot of Thai food too. My favorite Thai meals is cow pad chicken. I get like this fried tilapia with white rice. They real big on rice here. They eat rice with everything. What else? Cow soy. And they got these little desserts. It's called Rudy or Roti. It's like a dough and then you put the chocolate on there. They have a lot of good shit. I eat a lot here though. I know people be saying, why you come to Thailand for tacos? Because I did. And I be eating tacos. And the tacos be busting. So the language barrier is something that's very, very difficult. It is something that's very, very difficult. Nice to meet you. I'm going to look into your suggestions. Please do. Do you date? No, I don't. I'm going to start, though. I'm going to start. I don't date. As of right now. Well, let me correct this. I haven't been dating. Okay? I haven't been dating. And honestly, unless you are into like Asian or European men, ladies, that's watching, I think the guys, it's easy for y'all to date because women are everywhere. But if you are a woman like of color or like a minority, Unless you like Asian men or European men, it'll probably be hard to date abroad. Okay, so you really got to decide to go to a country where you can meet people that you'll be interested in. You know, yeah. So that's the thing. You're welcome, love. So any other questions, guys? I'm going to log off. Unless y'all got some questions, I'll stay. But if y'all don't, then I'll log off. Oh, really? I never thought about going to Ethiopia. That's different. Definitely different. It's definitely a different, like when you live abroad and you're trying to date, it's not going to be easy. Have a good night. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you, love. I hope to see you again soon. I hope we can connect. I love your energy. I appreciate everything that you gave. All that energy you were giving me, I appreciate it. I'm grateful for it. So I'm going to head out, but if you guys are interested in some assistance with moving abroad, you can catch my, I have a moving abroad 222 prep guide. It is only $2.02. I mean, $2.22. All right. It's there. Go grab you a copy. Here we go. So I have officially created a super affordable, essential moving abroad prep guide. If you are interested, just type guide in the comments and I will send you the link. That's the guide. The guide is in the bio. If you want to start your journey, purchase the guide, grab the guide, invest in the guide. It's worth it. It's not that expensive. Also, I have created an ebook that teaches you how to transform, reprogram your mind to thrive abroad. Okay? Yes, the guide is right in the bio. So the ebook literally gives you tips on how I transform my mind. Everything that I did to get me to where I'm at, I put it in a book. Okay? I did it. I definitely did it. And I wanted to share those details with you guys to help you through the process. Because you can move, but if you still got the same mindset, it's not going to stick. It's not going to work. You will be one of those people that go right back to the States in 2-3 years. So I created Neuro Freedom, okay? If you know anything about neuroscience, I am a neuroscience freak. I love neuroscience so much. I love neuroscience. I love psychology. That's what I do for a living, right? That's my gift, right? So I created Neuro Freedom, and Neuro Freedom literally teaches you how to be free, but mentally first, so that it can trickle down to your physical existence. And I want all of y'all to be free. Everybody that's watching, if you watch this live, I sowed a seed into your subconscious mind today. You will never be the same after this live. I have opened up something within you. I have awakened your inner world so that you can tap into and live the life that you truly desire, not one that you settling for. You will never be the same after this. You will never think the same. You're going to start walking in your power and showing up how you need to show up in this lifetime. You're going to get what the fuck you want. Everything you desire is going to be at your feet. You just got to believe. Remember my voice, okay? All right. So thank you so much for your live page, post, and energy. Always a follow and share. No, thank you, love. I appreciate you for being here. Oh, I just got a notification. That usually doesn't happen. Have a good evening. Oh, Rio, I'm so sad you missed it. I know, because I didn't see you either. I was like, dang, I was looking for you. Sweet dreams, Jennifer. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate you. Appreciate the info. Like you, I want luxury experience and living. You got it. It's yours. You already have it. It's yours. Free. Yes, queen. Definitely. You already free. So I love y'all. I want y'all to have a beautiful, amazing day, okay? Remember to live with purpose. Remember to laugh, smile, be intentional with your living and with your life, okay? I'm going to see y'all next Thursday for another episode. I am live. I do this live stream every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? So don't miss it. Don't miss it. I'm here every Thursday. And if you want to book a one-on-one with me, the link is in the bio. If you want to book an astrocartography reading with me, if you want to figure out the most aligned places to live using astrology, book a session, okay? So we got the Moving Abroad 222 Prep Guide. That is available in the bio. We got the Neural Freedom ebook that teaches you how to thrive, mentally restructure your mindset. We got that there. We also have the one-on-one call available if you want to chat and jump on a call with me. Jump on that call. Book me. Every time that y'all shop or do anything on the website, I need you to read the description, because a lot of times people don't read the description. If there is a service that you're trying to get and you don't understand how it works, read the description before you purchase. It'll tell you, okay? A lot of times if you book certain things, you got to wait till my assistant contact you. My assistant will email you. Give her some time. She lives in America. Different time zone. She on a lot of y'all time zones. But give her some time. She responds. She'll get back. If you got any questions, send me a DM, okay? So I love y'all. And I will see y'all next Thursday. Beautiful new day. Grand setting. Till next time. Peace.